disclaimer for if any videos that come out, I am not directing it at anyone. I'm talking about generalities. But what we would love for you to do is if we say anything that hit a nerve, we this is about provoking conversation. This is not about accusation. So come
Mm-hmm.
on and let us all discuss it, grown folk to grown folk. But I have some questions for B and for Jessica. One of my first questions is on the topic of dating when you are broken or while you're broken. So, in your experience, have you found that you have brought your pain from other relationships into your new relationships? And if so, what do you do when that happens?
You want
B,
me to
your
go
name
first?
start. You let us start first.
I think so. As far as like it goes back to where we talked about abandonment issue. Um, I didn't have my dad growing up, so if I get with a man, I'm gonna think like you. I feel like you abandoned me. I'm gonna be like, dang, my dad won't there, so why should I feel like he gonna be there? And I feel like it came from both sides. Of course, like my mom, she's a great woman, great mom. I love her to death. But she had her issues. I'm not gonna get into all of that, but she had issues, growing up too. So I think abandonment comes from both sides with me being in a relationship. So I feel like I do bring that
That
Can
piece.
bag.
somebody that you're dating um not fulfill that secure you?
Say that again.
How can somebody that you're dating secure that abandonment? Like make you feel, you
It's
know.
just that reassurance, be attentive,
Right.
like be there, be there. Like I'm dating somebody now, and now I feel like I be feeling abandoned. Like I feel
Because
like
they're
you're
not
abandoned.
consistent. And
Yeah,
that's
you're
what
not being
men don't
consistent.
understand. When you
Mhm.
are dating, or women, when you are dating someone that has been abandoned, because
Mhm.
abandonment don't have to mean that the person isn't there. Sometimes parents can emotionally check out. They're there in body, but they're not there. They're not there
Mhm.
because their life is too hard. And that's no disrespect because honestly, if I look back, there was some times when I probably was not emotionally there. I was working two jobs. I was trying to hold it down. And so I wasn't
Mhm.
there. I that's how y'all could steal my car and do all that. But with that being said, um, one of the things that abandoned people don't get is they need consistency. You got to
Mhm.
show up when you say you're going to show up. You got to call or text daily. You've got to be there. You got to be there to the point that makes me feel that you're going to be there. Because think about it. If the person that was supposed to be there forever leaves you, that leaves this taste in your mouth that everybody is going to leave you, right? So one of the things that men do is they don't understand when a young woman say that I was abandoned by my father or my father was in my life. Flag. Am I before he even start trying to connect with her, he needs
Mhm.
to determine, am I going to be there? Can I be consistent?
Yeah,
Can
because
I
I'm
be
about to say it can be draining. Not to say that just playing devil's advocate, it could be draining for somebody to always satisfy that childhood trauma of abandonment. So
Mhm.
at some point you got to be like, okay, I feel secure in this relationship to know that he's gonna do what he say or da 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 da. And yeah, that come with time and consistency and stuff like that. But we have to hold our inner child accountable and say, girl, this dude has shown you this, and this. Get a grip. Maybe he
Right.
busy at work, or maybe because sometimes
but
I be like, I be tripping in my head sometimes.
but it's not even about that. It's about the little things.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Mhm.
about if I tell you I got a cold and you have someone to deliver me cold medicine, that's love. You ain't never got to send me no flowers. I'll take NyQuil because that meant that you heard me, you understand, and you care. That's what consistency
Yeah, I
is
put
about.
salt in the pot. I got some soup the other day. Salt me. I was
It's
like, okay, little dang it, boo.
Shout out to him. Shout out to him.
I got a little
Shout
cereal. Shout out to him.
shout out. But at the end of the day, though, that it's the little things, right? It's not the big things. It's not. I don't need you to call me every day, but it would be nice if you send me a text to say, "How was your day?"
Well, just thinking about you, yeah.
Right. It's about that, but sometimes everybody in a relationship is looking for what's in it for me. And that's the problem. If you're only concerned about what's in it for you, you're going to forget about what's in it for them.
Right.
So you're going to do just enough to get what you need, and then you're going to leave them lacking. But if you're in it to know the whole person, you're going to handle them differently. You know, one of the things that people are, they need to bring back is they need to bring back being friends before you're lovers.
Right.
Best friends treat each other differently than lovers. Because you think about it, you want to date your best friend,
right?
Someone that gets you, someone that knows you, right? So yes, I agree with you, Jessica. It's about telling your inner child, okay, they've done enough, but consistency isn't 30 days. You know, it takes 90 days to reprogram your brain into a habit. So if it takes 90 days to reprogram your brain, so just because he's consistent for 30 days and then he drop off on the 31st day, he ain't done nothing.
That's right.
Programmed your brain. So you're going to be like, oh, but it has to be a two-way street.
He go acting up. I be quit. We could just be friends.
Right. that be me. Like if I feel like something ain't working out, I'd be ready to.
But see, that's a good thing. That's now honestly, that's some wisdom. When sometimes we be trying to tell ourselves a lie is the truth for too long, and then we end up fooling ourselves. So, but if we were wise enough when we see it's not working to be like, this ain't working, so let's just, you can save a lot of time.
I'm telling you, a lot of years,
a lot of frustration. And a lot of times what I've learned is that the more you tell a man you don't want him, the more he works to try to get you. Because men are hunters. They love the chase. But when he got you, he don't want you no more. That is a psychosis.
That's crazy.
Yes.
That's toxic.
Psychosis that people need to. It is very toxic. It's a narcissist. It's a narcissistic behavior. A narcissist will love bum you until they know they love you. You love them. Then they be like, you're not that important. But you're in there then. So it makes it more difficult. So, but if we were to be wiser and more discerning, then we would know. Right? We'll be like, okay, this is a flag. Now, I'm not telling you to be like Jessica, that everything is a flag for her sometimes. It'd be like, flag. But we do need to be aware of them.
Yeah.
So, Jessica, the question is when you, what was the question? I asked, it was a good question.
I'm answering the same one Bianca answered.
What hurt you bring into a relationship as far as
and how does it make you react?
Mine is like you said, trusting. Like I hate when or somebody tell me they're gonna do something and then it don't happen. I know stuff in life happens, but that's my pet peeve. You tell me you're gonna do something, please do it. Or I don't think you're gonna do nothing else the whole relationship.
So is that a childhood trauma? Is that a childhood trauma?
Do you bring that
from childhood or adulthood?
No, that was from my past relationships.
We talking about like mine was abandonment. Yeah, mine was the
oh, okay, childhood trauma.
Yeah.
There's so much. So math is maybe when a man is probably being combative or like raise his voice at me. So that triggers me for some reason. It could be, you know, my childhood trauma, but I feel like when a man yells at a woman, that kind of triggers me. And see me, I'm not gonna be like, I'm a bark back.
Wah.
And it's gonna be all like, you know. So I realized that could be a childhood trauma. Like I don't like a man to yell at or being combative. Like you a man, you talking to a woman. You get what I'm saying? So talk to me nice.
I think that's generational, right? Because I grew up, you know, and my dad's voice tone wasn't always nice. And Jessica can be a witness. She would tell you that I rarely yell. That's a rarity because when you grow up with noise, I needed to limit my noise, and it is very triggering for me. Now, if you want me to go from 0 to 100, if you are a woman can cuss me out, a woman can do anything in the world, but if a man yells at me or stand over me, we all about to go to jail. We all about to go to jail. We're going to jail. Yeah. And I've had to really work through counseling for that because what people don't understand is knowing your triggers isn't enough. Knowing them is one thing, but how do you diffuse them in the moment, right? How do you back away? Because it's a fight or flight syndrome for me. Because to me, when a man raises his voice, you're telling me something is about to pop. And so I'm getting ready for it to pop. So whatever it is, right? So, but I've really worked on that. I really worked on not allowing people to take me out of my position. Well, I have another question. Do y'all think that y'all always handle men with respect?
Jessica, yes, I do. Oh, go ahead, Jeff.
Do you treat men with respect?
Feed off energy if they respect me. And you know what? You know, it's a work in progress because sometimes, you know, who's the leader, you know, and sometimes I just go off their energy, but at the same time, you teach people by showing them. So no matter what, I need to be respectful. So I'm working on it.
Okay. B, what about you?
Yeah, the same with me. If you respect me, I'm gonna respect you. That's just what that is. So yeah, I feel like I'm very respectful. Until you disrespect me, then I get disrespect.
Do you believe, then let's talk about this. Do you believe that men have the communication skills to be in relationships? The men that y'all are running across, the men that y'all are dating. Men, I'm not saying all men, but I'm saying when you're looking at the men out there in the dating world, are they effective communicators?
No.
How so?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, because they're going to say, you said yours.
Go ahead.
I would say, yes, I have met some effective communicators. They want you to unpack everything. So what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? No, I like that though because I'm a huge communicator. So now being with, I mean, not being with, because I'm dating, but talking to someone that's a communicator, it's like, it challenged me. Like, even transparent? Because he be wanting to know right then, know what happened when you came out your mama womb to he want to know every detail, and I'm not used to that. You know what I'm saying? But I like that because it's saying he's listening. Like, he no, you said back in 1990, you know, he gonna bring it up. And I like that though. I like that. So I'm not gonna say all the men are not communicators, because I ran across some. That's why I was like, go ahead, Bianca, when you say no.
The person I'm talking to now, I feel like the communication isn't there because we're in two different states.
You think that's the reason why?
I think that's what I get from it. I don't know. That's what I get from it. Maybe because we're not.
I feel like either he'll communicate or he ain't.
Yeah, either you ain't. Right. So maybe some people,
Because
I don't know,
there's
maybe
too many different things. You got Skype, you got Zoom, you got WhatsApp, you got. This is the thing. I think that if you want to communicate, you do. And if you don't want, you find excuses why you can't. I found that men that are good at communicating, they win you over quickly. A man that I know, I love the way he communicates. I love it. You're very clear about what we're doing, what your direction is, what we're thinking. You're never have to wait. He's always on time. He's never late. That's my pet peeve. My daughter, I'm triggered by Jessica, but but I think that you know what, I think the reason why people aren't good at communication anymore is because people don't have family dinners anymore. Family dinners back in my day is when everyone sat at the table and you learned how to talk to each other about your day, about what you're doing, about what you feel, about what you think. And honestly, I didn't have enough family dinners with Jessica. I didn't. I think that is missing. I think most families don't have family dinners. They don't communicate with each other effectively. And I think that's why if you can't effectively communicate, how can you have a relationship?
Right.
I don't know about the family dinner because I'm an overly communicator. I don't know where I get that from.
Well, we didn't have family dinners, but me and you have always communicated.
Yeah,
I think that
I will say that.
Me and you have always communicated well. But I guess I say family dinners because think about it though, Jessica. I only had you to focus on. Yes, I was working 2 jobs or whatever, but I always took time to connect with you. But what if I had 4 children or 5 children? I wouldn't have had the energy to connect like I did, right? So me having 1 child made it easier. I only had to connect with 1 person. But I think that right now we're living, but then I think too, we as parents, let me talk about me. Me as parents, I was so busy getting you apple bottoms and thinking I should give you the world. Looking back,
let's clear that up. I was baby fat and not baby cat. You threw in apple bottoms every 9 but I was wearing baby fats, not baby cat, because God sister got me messed up one day. So I was wearing. I ain't never had no baby cat on. So let me clear that up.
I've seen somebody with baby cat.
Well, let's just clear that up. My mama worked 2 jobs, like the girl said. My husband got 2 jobs. My mama worked 2 jobs. to make sure I had that baby fat. So
But-
it was gonna be fat.
But looking back, do I regret what I did? Absolutely not.
No.
But
Mm.
if I could tell, if my older self could tell my younger self something different, I would still make sure you had a few baby fat. You probably didn't need 8 or 9 baby fat. But I would have spent a little bit more time. But I think though you turned out well because I had a village.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
I had a village. I had Miss Debbie. I had the Boys and Girls Club, and so you had 5 mamas.
Mm-hmm.
You had 5 mamas because any of them could pop you up if need be. You had
Right.
5 mamas. And that makes a difference. And I believe that is why you turned out so well, because you are an effective communicator. Bianca, you too, you had a village.
No, let me say this. Because I'm a real one. Yes, I do have issues with communication sometimes. I've gotten better with it. I feel like I've gotten better with it. But I think being in previous relationships, for example, my last relationship with my kids, that like certain stuff he used to do, he used to make me feel like, oh, I can't call you at this time. He even told me one time, oh, stop calling me after 9 o'clock because I be asleep and I be having to work early. And I'm like, what? How you? I say, I'm your woman. How you gonna tell me not to call you after a certain time? Which I knew that was BS. So me being me, okay, I'm gonna leave you alone. So I
Shut
didn't
down.
feel confident in calling. So I think the person I'm dating now, maybe that's what's wrong with me. I don't feel confident enough to like he always tell me, oh, call. You can call anytime. And sometimes when I call, you don't pick up, oh, I don't hear from you. So that's what make me fall back. Okay, I'm not gonna call you. I'm gonna wait for you to call me. Or I'm not gonna text you, I'm gonna wait for you to text me. So maybe that's something, yeah, I gotta.
Because the first one trained you. He gave you a response trigger. And so,
Mhm.
like, if you don't answer me, then I feel like you're playing games with me. So
Mhm.
I'm not going to call you no more, when really they may not be able to just get to the phone. But
Mhm.
I get that, right? If you show me that you don't want me, I am very good about shutting down and shutting off, because
Mhm.
honestly, I'm a solitary person. I'm good by myself. I'm good by myself. And so I
Mhm.
get that with you too, Bianca. You withdraw into yourself when life becomes too much. And if that person don't know how to draw you out, it can seem like you're disconnected, when really you got a lot that you're trying to accomplish at the same time. But you
Right.
always have been like that. Out of Jessica's friends, you was the quietest. I was like, thank God someone was
I
quiet.
know. And I think that's the issue because me and the person I date now, we both like so laid back and we both quiet and I'm used to talking to somebody that's
Yeah. So
so it's
he's
like now I'm pulling
challenging
teeth to
you.
try to, yes, the challenge for me. So okay, now I'm trying to think of stuff to talk about. I don't know. I don't even know
But
what to talk
but have you ever thought that may be what's good for you, because it's forcing you out of your shell?
about. Right, exactly.
Because you've always been quiet. Lord, you would be so quiet when the gang was out there, the originals. I couldn't even know you was in the room, because all I heard was 1 or 2 voices. But 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 we've got to learn to do different things, right? Um,
Mhm.
so if someone tells me it's okay for me to call them, and they don't answer the first time, I don't automatically assume it's because they didn't answer because they don't want to talk to me. Life get busy. So until you tell me not to call you, I'm gonna call you back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna call you
You
back.
better pick up.
I'm gonna call you back. And back. And back. And back.
Mhm.
I'm gonna force you to tell me not to call you no more. How about that? And then we're clear. Then we're clear on what the situation is. But a lot of it too has to do with our pride, right? We don't. None of
Yes.
us wants to be. Let's talk
That's
about
my issue.
rejection. Let's
That's
talk
my
about
issue.
rejection briefly. How do y'all handle rejection?
I feel like I handle it well, honestly. Cause tell me, like,
Jessica?
I don't like it. I don't know. I'm working on it with my little therapist. I don't like rejection. I tell you that. Don't tell me no. And maybe that's childhood trauma. My mama told me yes. I don't know if that trauma. I gotta unpack that with my therapist. But I don't like rejection. She keep telling me, Jessica, it's not rejection, it's a choice. That's what my little therapist said. But yeah, who likes to be rejected? I mean, and verbally or even actions, like somebody not answering the phone. Like, don't nobody like to be rejected. Let's be real.
Well, I do believe it goes back to childhood trauma, and it's not trauma. It was childhood overindulgence because I probably should have said no more. I probably should have said no more. But I said yes to you because I was told no as a child. And I didn't like the way that made me feel. So isn't it crazy? So I made a decision, unless it was something that was going to hurt you or something. I didn't see no reason to say no. So yes, you can have that pocketbook. Yes, this is the fourth phone I replaced, but yeah, I'll buy you another one. One of them was in the ocean. I've never figured out how one phone got in the ocean, but
I was the seashell. And yes, you can take my car after I told my mom I used to take her car. She just like, okay. So see me, it ain't y'all say I'm spoiled. We see the root. She said that childhood trauma is child indulgence. What it called?
Overindulgence.
It was just, but you
I
know
don't even comprehend that word. I can't even comprehend that.
No,
but
and you know
somebody telling me no.
It's even funnier is if y'all can see her face when I say no. It's like she be processing like
really no.
Like for real, Mom.
It's rare. It's rare. It's rare because I am part of the problem. And so when she gets serious, me and the young man is going to have a real conversation. I'm gonna say, yes, I created a mini monster. And sir, I apologize early, but you are the head of the household, so take control of your household.
Take care of this monster now.
Yeah,
period.
Good luck.
She could be a little monster. She could be a little tyrant. She could be a little tyrant. She could be a little tyrant. But with all that said, honestly, you all are both attractive, successful women in your 30s. Do you what do you feel is out there to date? Do you feel like it's a lot of men out there that's date worthy? What is the feeling?
Yeah, we're not gonna bash no men.
No, we're not. But I mean,
I'm trying to find the words to say.
Yeah, because we don't want to bash nobody.
I don't know if I'm ready.
That is so emotionally aware, because I don't know if Jessica's ready. She thinks she's ready. honestly.
What you mean ready? Y'all got what you mean ready?
Like this date.
For real date.
Oh, you not
Like,
ready to date?
I don't even know. I'm confused. I don't know. I'm
why are you
confused.
confused? Why are you confused?
I don't know.
That's
Maybe
some
it's
real stuff.
somebody
I know that's right,
actually.
y'all.
Yeah, maybe. Once I
Relationships
date.
take work.
Yeah, I think once I see somebody really, really applying that pressure, maybe I'll be
Okay.
ready. That's what that is. Like men not applying pressure well because they feel like they don't have to.
And that's the problem. I'm gonna tell you something, and I'm finna be in trouble again, Lord. And then I ain't gonna never be invited back on y'all podcast. But it is what it is. Women have been so take charge that men are falling back. And I'm not mad at the man. This is not man bashing, y'all. This is I'm
Mhm.
making women aware. I was at the grocery store, and I had an ex, but when me and Ron went to the grocery store, he pushed the cart. He unloaded the groceries. He brought the groceries in the house.
He was
My
definitely an alpha.
Once the food got in the house, my job was to put the food up. That was my job.
Mhm.
And I know we don't have no gender roles, but I be seeing women that got the baby, the diaper bag, and they pushing the car, and the man just walking and I be confused. I'm like,
Mhm.
but then I'm thinking, have we taught them that we're so independent that they don't think we need help? And then we get mad at them when they don't help. But we've been like, I got it. No, sir, I don't have it. Yes, when I'm on a date, my hand don't touch the door handle.
Mhm.
Not at all. Yes, sir, I need you to let me in the car. Yes. I think though, women, because we've had to handle so much, sometimes we take on masculine tendencies, like take over.
I'm guilty. Yes.
We take over. I didn't know this. I went to an etiquette course. Do you know if you're out to dinner with a man that he's supposed to give your order to the waiter?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I didn't know that. I've been ordering my own food forever.
Because don't order me nothing I don't like.
Well,
No,
you
you
tell
tell
him,
him and he'll order it for
and
you.
he's
Oh, I'm about
supposed
to
to
say,
order
you're
the
supposed to
food.
just guess what I want.
No, you tell him, and the waiter takes the order from the man.
Mm.
Because there's a waitress. Like, why would I don't know. I want to talk to the woman.
But
Mhm.
that's not
I mean,
correct.
if it's a waiter, then I feel like the man should talk to the man.
I'm talking. What the?
So don't talk to that man.
Don't talk to him. Look at him. That's my man, my man, my
Y'all
man.
are a little possessive, aren't you?
That's my man, my man, my man.
Because, babe, what you want?
What you want to eat? I tell her what you want. I tell her.
Okay. So
Now, if it's a man server, he can talk to the man to man, you know.
etiquette says the man orders. That's what
I don't know
etiquette.
how I feel about him talking to women. I'm territorial. I don't know. It ain't no jealousy. It ain't none of that. It's just that's my man.
It's
Yeah.
territorial at dinner. At dinner. Yeah, unpack that with your counselor.
Okay. Nah, I'm joking though. Yeah, that is etiquette though.
And I
Yeah.
think that sometimes men need to feel needed. And I think that we don't know how to do that sometimes.
Yes, I agree. I agree because I'm a person, I'm not gonna ask you for nothing at all. And that's been an issue
But
with me
don't
in
they
the
already know?
past.
I don't feel like they gotta ask. Don't they
See,
already know?
you know what? Y'all do not understand charm. Now, my daughter says I'm a manipulator, but I'm not. I'm charming. It's a difference. It's a difference. So, yeah. Hey, honey, can you help with this?
Mm-hmm.
Can you fix this?
Oh, you
Yeah.
had to be like, okay, my oil change need to be done. I don't
Okay.
like you to tell me that you know how to do it after I just spent cash on somebody. We dating, right?
No,
you
did
should
you
be
So
like,
ask?
change my oil.
Yeah, but did you ask? Can
I
you change?
mentioned it. That's why I'm like, it's not right. Why do I have to say, or he could have been like, oh, I'll go out there with you to get your oil changed, so I make sure they don't take advantage of you because I know how to change oil. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
why don't
Have you
men like?
after the fact was over? Did you tell him you needed that?
And he was like, oh, you ain't. I'm like, he like, yeah,
Because
I
how
don't
would
got
he
the
know?
tools.
See, women drive me crazy. Why y'all be expecting a man to read your mind?
No, I said, dang, my oil change light on.
But they ain't telling him you want you to do anything about it. That's not what. Are y'all for real with me? If I
I
want,
guess I don't know how to ask this stuff. I don't know.
if
Yeah.
my oil lights on and I am dating someone or I'm in a relationship, I'm like, my oil lights on, baby. Do you mind taking it to the shop and taking care of that for me? See,
But I
y'all,
also feel like a man, okay, you as a man and I'm dating you, like it should
but
be common
who
sense.
taught him
Like,
that? Who taught him that? He
You
probably
you could be right though, Mom. You're right because this other dude that I was dating, I hope he, get it together because he was, so he need to go to there. I don't know. But anyway, he seen my tire pressure thing on. You know what he did? He said, pull on over to this Wawa so I can put some air in your tire, girl.
but he's a
He
different,
just seen it. You know what I'm
yeah, he's a
saying?
different type of man.
Yeah.
He is actually and I'm gonna be honest with you. Maybe not him, but you need a man like that. You
Yeah.
need a man that is in control because if he's not in control, Jessica, you will run all over him. You
Yeah, I may
mhm.
not need him, but I need you to be on it. Like I
yes,
need you to be
because
like, do this.
and what
What
I
to do?
liked about him is he would
Uh,
check your little tail. He
Yeah,
would
you can't
check
tell
you.
me what to do if you can't tell me what to do.
He would
Period.
check
Tell me
you
what to
so
do.
he would
Tell
check
me what
you
to do.
so
Put me in my
he
place.
was like you was doing going on and on and he checked you and then he said, Mom, you let her get away with too much. That I was like, got that.
If you
And
missing
when
them a
he
little
said
bit,
put on over to that Wawa, I said, where the cars at? I ain't even look. I just
yeah.
But honestly, he was. I'm gonna be honest, and me and you will disagree about him forever. But he was a man. He was. He
yeah,
was.
he would definitely. Yeah,
If
he was an alpha.
if it was something to be lifted or carried, I didn't even what I got that. So he was raised for that. He was,
Mm.
and
Country.
those are some things that I look at. Right?
Mm-hmm.
He does that. He does that. But sometimes too is that when we don't know that we're dealing with people with their own issues, we don't know how to handle them correctly.
Mm.
And we pass up opportunities. And it was never because they were a bad person. They was just hurt in a way that we didn't understand and we didn't handle that situation correctly.
Yeah, I agree.
Because sometimes people can act like they're very secure and they're very insecure, and especially a quiet person. Quiet people you have to watch and not just listen to because they're watching everything. That's the problem with the quiet person. They ain't
Mhm.
talking, but they watching.
I'm
And
very observant.
right,
Very.
and they'll be turned off by something you do and you think is no big deal, and then they're turned off, and then they're gonna hurt you before you hurt them. So
Yeah.
That is
yeah,
that is the
yeah,
deal
that
with the
hurts you.
quiet person. The quiet people are dangerous. If you ask me who are the most dangerous people, it's not the loud people, it's the quiet people. Because quiet people, they're watching and they're thinking and they're looking at every little thing. And they're not going to have their pride wounded again, and they're not going to have their heart. And what happens when a loud person gets with a quiet person? A loud person is so loud that they don't notice what's going on with that quiet person like they should. They're not watching.
Mhm.
And that makes a difference. Actually, I think a loud person needs a quiet person, and a quiet person needs a loud person. So honestly, two laid back people don't work. I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. Two laid back people don't work well. You need
Right.
you need someone that is assertive, that
Because we
say
both trying to
right, right.
going
You
on.
need someone that's assertive to say, hey, this is what it is, and da 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 da. Because I believe every woman want to be submissive. I believe that, but if you don't have a plan, it's hard to submit to chaos. It's not that women don't want to submit, it's just that they don't want to submit to chaos. Because who
Mhm.
does, right? No one does. But I stand by what I said. If you was raised by a single mom, you are probably bossy. You probably are opinionated, and you probably uh don't know how to treat a man ego because you never had to.
Mhm.
So you're like a
Ma, you keep picking on I guess you're talking about me. Let's talk about when cause you was raised with both parents. So you said, you know what I'm saying? Let's go around when people stay for the child or the children, or let's go with when you have both
okay,
parents in the household and it's chaos. Let's deal with that child.
okay,
We
let's
did
deal
the
with that
single
child.
parent one.
Um,
Let's unpack that one.
I love my father. My father was an amazing man. My father was an amazing father. My father was not an amazing husband, but he was an amazing father.
Mhm.
Um, but my father also taught me not to trust men. So I've never depended on a male for anything unless he was Jesus Christ of Nazareth. That was so inbred in me that it impacted my relationship with God until me and God got that fixed. But yeah, I've never trusted men. I see men as not dependable, not reliable. I grew up believing that I needed to be very independent. And if you look at my family generations, you'll see that the females in my family are very independent. We're very
Mhm.
aggressive and we're very assertive. And I grew up in a two-parent household. Um, but just because it's two parents don't mean that it's balanced. My mom ran the house, period. My grandma ran the house, period. I so the men were in the home, but they didn't run the house, right? And then I get with your father who was passive aggressive and then sometimes aggressive. Um
I'm like, Pastor.
and he wanted to be controlling, and I didn't know. So that marriage was doomed. That marriage was doomed because what you weren't going to do is control me for so long, because as soon as I found my footing,
Mhm.
so that carries over though, right? Is we were all raised to not know what a healthy relationship looks like. I've seen some people that on the outside it looked healthy, but behind closed doors, I didn't know what that looked like. I didn't know what that looked like. And so it makes a difference. It makes a difference. And then you also got to think that your job plays a role. At my age, let's talk about me and my age dating. I lead people all day long. I boss people. My job is to boss people all day long. That's what I do. I lead people all day long. And if I'm not leading people, I'm teaching people, which is both commanding positions. I have no tolerance to come home and have to command at home. But a man has to have a plan. He's got to be dominant in order for me to surrender. Because I don't know how. I don't know how. I really don't know how. I don't know if you're talking crazy and you don't have a plan and you don't know where you're going. I'm gonna be like, pull over. I can get there by myself. And sometimes I wonder if it wasn't for the fact that I wanted to be a mother, would I have even bothered to get married? I don't know. I don't know.
That's deep. That's deep. And are you saying that's because of your childhood traumas?
Yes.
Oh,
I didn't. Yes, absolutely. Yes. I felt like marriage was too much chaos. Marriage to me was chaos. It was not. It was noise. It was chaos. And I like serenity. Bianca, you've been to my house. My house is very serene. I don't want no chaos, but it don't have to be spick and span either. Sometimes I purposely allow my house to get in chaos because for years I was married to a man that didn't want chaos. So it's my rebellion.
I'm telling you,
it's my rebellion. And then when I want to make it sparkle, I can. But sometimes I want to leave my shoes in the living room because I want to. It's my living room.
Right.
After I got rid of, after Jessica the dictator moved into her own place, I could do that, but she was a dictator even then, y'all. Sirs, if you're hearing, I'm just telling you, sirs. I'm just telling you. So you paying the mortgage ain't gonna mean jack did nothing, sir. I'm telling you the truth, but nevertheless. So for me, and it changed my thing about marriage. And I don't know, honestly, this is the question I ask myself about y'all, younger generations. I don't know that we as adults give y'all good examples of relationships. I think the reason y'all have such a hard time is because we the older generation didn't show good examples of what good relationships look like. So what pattern do y'all have to go by?
Right.
The Cosbys? Because most of us were single parents, or we were divorced, or we was married in a relationship to keep the children together, but it was dysfunction in the house. If mama and daddy fighting, why are you staying together for the children?
Right.
If it's chaos and confusion, staying together for them for what? So at the end of the day, though, parents did the best they could. Our parents did, and the parents before them. But have we created a pattern for you all to follow? Have men seen a daddy in the house that takes care of all the bills? And most boys don't have that. So how would they know that you're supposed to do that? You know, they may have grew up where mama and daddy was splitting bills 50-50. So that's all they know. But I grew up, my grandparents' household, my granddaddy paid every bill in the house. Now that don't mean my grandmother couldn't and didn't help, but so a lot of our childhood, that's why healing while dating. But first you got to acknowledge your trauma. And that's what we don't do a good job of. We run around here presenting ourselves. We paint the outside of our body, but we're broken on the inside. So this man, he sees you got a job, you got a car, you got a house. Ooh. And then he starts dealing with you and you exploding all over him. And he's exploding all over you because y'all ain't dealt with it. So.
Right. Well, healing while dating, y'all. We have Lou Edwards. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you.
And then we're gonna have to bring you back in if Sean can, make it.
Yeah.
So we can have a male perspective, guys.
I love Sean's perspective. He's one of my favorite men.
Okay. He is.
I love my son. He's my son. I love him.
That's what's up.
I love him. I believe in him. I believe that he will make some woman a nice partner one day.
Right. I love my bro.
All right. So thank you for joining us. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Like us. They not like us. They not like us.